Longest war ever. Remember why the troops were first sent in to Afghanistan? To remove the Taliban regime?
The Taliban has been given the opportunity to surrender all the terrorists in Afghanistan and to close down their camps and operations. Full warning has been given, and time is running out. The United States military has begun strikes against al-Qaeda terrorist training camps and military installations of the Taliban regime in Afghanistan. This military action is a part of our campaign against terrorism.
The past two administrations have promised to find an exit strategy.
Our troops will continue coming home at a steady pace. By 2014, this process of transition will be complete, and the Afghan people will be responsible for their own security.
We will end this war, bring our troops home, and by the end of next year, America's war in Afghanistan will be over.
Joe Biden seems to have come up with a new solution: peaceful coexistence between the Afghan government and the Taliban. A proposal that was leaked to the media would give America's longtime battlefield enemy significant control over the country. Now, the Taliban would get 50% representation in key executive bodies. That would enable them to propose new legislation and help write the new constitution. However, the Afghan government would get one extra member, so they could be the deciding vote. In exchange, the Taliban would agree to a total ceasefire and join the new military panel, essentially being absorbed into the security forces of the country. The Taliban will cut any ties with foreign powers and, quote, not expand their force configurations or recruit new fighters. In the leaked letter, the new U.S. Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, urged the Afghan government to just accept this agreement.
I urge you to develop constructive positions on these written proposals.
Many are currently anticipating yet another spring offensive, more deaths and more killing. However, at this point, it appears the United States is willing to hand power back to the very people they've been fighting for the past 20 years. The proposed agreement has gotten a mixed reaction from Afghan officials.
They can make a decision on their troops, not on the people of Afghanistan. We will never accept a coerced and imposed peace.
The weakness in the message of the U.S. State Department is that they have not recognized Afghanistan's structure, and it has coercive language, and a coerced and tailored peace will not lead anywhere.
I think that if there is any lesson to be learned here, it is never do anything like this ever again. Stop trying to overthrow governments in Venezuela and elsewhere around the world immediately. This is a tragedy, however it plays out, however long the troops remain for the people of Afghanistan, most of whom are very poorly represented by either the Afghan government or the Taliban. And this deal could have been had over 19 years ago with a lot of people still alive and trillions of dollars unspent. So the obvious number one lesson is never, ever do this sort of thing. It is immoral and it is criminal.
Now, in the past 20 years, the war in Afghanistan has looked pretty unwinnable. But it appears the new administration and the U.S. State Department may have crafted the least painful way to bow out. Caleb Maupin, RT, New York.